Hi guys, welcome to my channel. And I am doing Maddie Monday. And Maddie Monday is hosted by five of us. Rebecca being the creator of Maddie Monday, Rebecca at Rebecca's Cloud Kids, Monica at Southern Reborn's Nursery, Carol at Sweet Snuggle Dolly Nursery, and Lois with Life with Lois. But before we get into this week's Maddie Monday, I would like to take a second to thank those that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you guys. And this week's Maddie Monday is hosted by Lois at Life with Lois. And her theme was a tag of 5 questions. And the first question is, why did you start buying reborn baby dolls? So first, let me say that I am not a stranger to adults collecting dolls. In my family, my grandma had some dolls. My mom had one. And most of her sisters had one or a few. So I grew up around that. And as a kid, I wasn't into dolls a whole lot. I loved being outside. I loved doodling and drawing. And if you were to ask me what present stuck out in your head when you were a kid that you got, was a chalkboard easel for my birthday one year. I absolutely loved it. That is the gift that sticks out to me. So I did like dolls. I thought that dolls were beautiful, but I wasn't into dolls as much. Now, with that being said, my grandma had a doll that resembled this little girl right here, and this is a Patty Play Pal type of doll. The companions, these were called. The Patty Play looked different, but these were like the companion dolls. And my grandma had one that resembled her, and I absolutely loved that doll. I would always ask my grandma to play with her, and that was like my favorite doll growing up. And so these dolls, this one and this one, they are from the 1950s. And guys, if I am all over the place with this video, forgive me, because I tend to be all over the place in my videos. Now, as an adult, the first doll that I purchased for myself was this beautiful porcelain doll. And I have had this doll a year before my daughter was born. My daughter is 25. So I had this doll for 26 years. So that was my first doll that I purchased. The second pair of dolls that I purchased were these Raggedy Anns. And these Raggedy Anns I had specially made for my daughter before she was even born. So these dolls, I would say when I was pregnant. So they're a little over, just slightly over 25 years. Guys, forgive that noise. My husband is outside mowing, and I'm sure you can hear it in my video. But I'm showing these dolls because even though I purchased these dolls for my daughter and had them made for my daughter, she did not bond with these dolls, so they became mine. And they have gotten dirty throughout the years. I have washed them, but they're kind of stained, but I think that they have held up pretty well. I don't know where Andy's hat has gone to. I lost that years ago. But I think all in all, for their age, for being rag dolls, they have held up pretty nicely. And this was my mom's doll when she was a child. I don't know what the name of this doll is. There's no marking on the back of it, but it is a vintage doll. And she had this doll as a boy. I changed it to a girl. Let me go back to my questions. So, um, so why I started collecting dolls. This was my third doll that I purchased as an adult. And then sometime I got this one, and I have three more of these types of dolls. These 1950s Patty Play Pal companions, and I have one Patty Play Pal doll, like the original Patty Play Pal doll. And I absolutely love these dolls. They're very nostalgic, a big part of my childhood. So these dolls will be my forever dolls. I absolutely love them. And so why did I start? Now, with that being said, let me tell you why I started collecting dolls, which I did not start collecting reborns at first. My mom passed away maybe about 6 or 7 months before COVID hit. And I was in a dark place at that time. When my mom passed away, I started watching doll videos. And when the pandemic hit, since I work with the elderly, I work in an assisted facility for dementia people. I didn't want to take the chance of bringing to work COVID. So I went to work, and home, my husband would do the shopping. That way I didn't have so much contact with the outside world. But what that did to a lot of people that, were shut in or were limited in, going out into the world. For me, it depressed me, and I was already in, a dark place with my mom, passing away before that. So I started watching the doll videos. I would get on eBay, and I would get Barbie dolls that needed some TLC. I would buy vintage dolls. And so that's how I started. And the first channel that I saw that had reborn dolls, she actually had a very beautiful silicone baby doll. She's a big channel. She is the Reborn family, I believe her channel's name is. And she had this beautiful Tadeo sculpt silicone baby that I absolutely fell in love with. And I thought, I have to look for this doll. I have to look for this doll and get me this doll. Well, when I looked up this doll, it was very expensive, way more than what I ever dreamed of purchasing a doll for. So I was like, yeah, that is not happening. I will not be buying a doll like that. But then I started, once you see those type of dolls, once you click on it, then YouTube recommends a whole bunch of videos like that. And so I started to see more and more reborn dolls. Then I saw vinyl ones. And so my first reborn purchase was this little girl. And I cannot tell you right now what sculpt she is, but it was this little girl right here. And I purchased her on Etsy. And my reborn painting style has changed a lot. The dolls that tug at my heartstrings now, the ones that I'm drawn to are like the red babies, and the babies with lots of pigments where you can see like the blue undertones, like the purples. To me, those are the uber realistic baby dolls. And so she was my first, and I've yet to get rid of her. I still like her. She's not the best painted, but I don't know. I will not part with her. She is my first. So, the next question, that was a long answer for just the first question, wasn't it, guys? But the second question is, how long have you been making videos about your reborn dolls? And I am not a reborn doll channel. I have all kinds of different types of dolls, so I don't consider myself a reborn doll channel. That's why I am Dolly Lane, because I have different types of dolls. So how long have I been making videos? I want to say it's been like 2 years already. Question number 3. Well, I already answered that, was which was my first. I jumped the gun on that. And it was this little girl. She was my first reborn. And number 4, do you have a favorite? And I would have to say that my vintage dolls are my absolute favorite. As far as reborns, I switch. Like some days I'll be into, some more than others. So I don't really have a favorite reborn dolls. I love my dolls, and I just get in the mood to interact with them at different times. And then the last question is, how many reborn dolls do you have? And I would say reborn dolls, like vinyl reborn dolls, probably 30. And I can't remember if I included my cuddle babies in that. And that is not including my other types of dolls. I have knitted dolls, crochet dolls, I have cloth dolls, Barbie dolls, I have Blythe dolls. So I have different types of dolls. I have silicone dolls, and that is not including those dolls. But this was a fun tag. So, and that is it for me. I will be wrapping it up. And guys, just a reminder, come and join us for Maddie Monday. You do not have to have a Maddie doll. You can have a plush, whatever you feel like joining in with, a plush, a doll. Just come and join in on the fun with Maddie Monday. And thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Just another Maddie Monday. Tuesday, another Maddie Monday. Tuesday, another Maddie Monday. Just another Maddie Monday. I'm glad it's not Sunday. Got my off from YouTube day. Tuesdays it's over day. So I'm happy it's Monday. So I'm happy it's Monday. Have fun with my Maddie day. Just another Maddie day. Monday.